Hello, it's Nikki. I'm going to do a little book review for you today. I don't have the hard copy because I listened to it on Audible. I've recently listened to Rachel Hollis's Girl, Stop Apologising. I was going to do like a bad accent then, but I'm not going to. Nope, still not going to. Thought disappear out of my head. It was really interesting. It was really impactful. And it made me have a bit of a hard look at myself and hard look at how I was doing things. And it's so fascinating actually to hear a woman who has children and who is traveling and who is impacting loads and who runs a big company. And it was really, and doing it in her own way, doing it in her own brilliant, authentic, that word, but in that way. Amazing. And it's an interesting point as well. It came at a really good point during lockdown because we're all at home and we're all in each other's space. And there's definitely been times when I felt guilty about working because to run a business and to have two small children at home, it's, there are only so many hours in the day, and I don't want to work at 2 o'clock in the morning while my children are asleep. There are some times where I'm doing stuff in the day, and I felt real guilt about it, and it wasn't helpful. It wasn't helpful to anybody, not to my kids, not to, I just needed to focus on what I needed to do. And listening to this book at this time has been really interesting in the way that I've shifted things, because it's made me realize and acknowledge that I need to be showing my children that I'm working and that I'm providing and that I'm growing. And sometimes I have huge wins and sometimes things don't pan out the way that I thought they were going to. And of course, I'm age appropriate. Like my 10-month-old is, she doesn't need to know the numbers. She doesn't need to know the figures. But it's really interesting, those conversations about showing my kids, showing your kids that you can do something that you really love and that you get huge satisfaction from, and you can do it from your laptop. That's been really interesting. I haven't had to go anywhere. I don't have to go places. A lot of the time I can do stuff online in that way. And making that shift and realizing that it didn't have to be something that was squirreled away from them. Actually, there could be this balance. I mean, I'm not saying it's straightforward all the time. I'm not saying I don't get incessant questions all the time. It's a juggle, of course. But it's been a really invaluable time to teach our son, about work and what that means and boundaries and possibilities. And I know so many mums that I work with feel guilty about really going for things because somehow they feel like it's going to take their time away from their children. But there's so many other skills that you can explore in that way. And if I, for example, said to my child, right, for the next 12 hours, these are the activities that I have micromanaged and sorted out for you, it's too overwhelming. To be that structured and be that hands-on, it'd probably be a bit terrifying. And actually, when I was talking to my brother the other day about the stuff that we used to do as kids, we used to just talk about those things like we were just dossing around, or we were just hanging about, or we were having chats or making stuff, or I actually don't know what we did, but a lot of it was not influenced by our parents. It wasn't our parents going, okay, well, I've created this whatever. It was stuff that we did by ourselves. So am I going to go there? Yes, I think I am. If you're using the fact that you can't progress in any shape or form because you now have children, explore that. Explore that. And I am constantly doing that myself. Like, why am I saying that? Why am I saying that? Am I saying that because that's the truth? Or because I really can't do that? Or am I saying it because I don't want to? Or because I'm scared? Or because I have a belief that if I do one thing, I can't do anything else? It's an interesting one. I will leave that with you. I'm hoping that you're well and safe, and I'm thinking about you. All right. Have a lovely day.